Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2018 End of the Trail Classic at Mooney Grove Park in Visalia, California. Today, we're on the second round, and we're playing the Perry Championship course, and I'm going to hand it over to my man, Andy Parkinson, the tournament director.
Hi, thank you In-Flight Disc Golf for doing the film. Thank you Legacy Discs and DGA for the sponsorship. This is part of the Steady Ed series, an A-tier event here in California. I want to thank Jeff Castle and Fresno Flight Center. Check them out online at fresnoflightcenter.com. And also the Fresno Harp Pan Classic, part of the SenCal series, a fundraiser for the Parkinsons Research Group. Thank you, Jeff Castle, for all your support.
Some cool Les White disc art there.
Yeah.
And who do we have on the card today?
Okay, we're going to be playing the Perry Championship course. We have Thomas Tomaselli from Santa Cruz, California. Mike Peremba from Santa Rosa, California. Devon Kreyenhagen from Salinas, California. Josh Castle, son of Jeff Castle, Fresno Flight Center, coming out of Fresno. And no stranger to the End of the Trail Classic, Kyle Eckmann from
He's been playing
Beach.
this event for a long time, as I'm sure quite a few of these guys have been. Josh Castle, even though he's young, he's local to the area, so you know he's been here before.
Yep, Mike Peremba, also a veteran of the End of the Trail Classic, making it on round 2 lead card at the Perry Championship course. We have moved to the front course on hole 1. This is 370 feet. The road we look at plays as a river. There is an OB line to the left and to the right. The pin sits behind that bush there on the left, probably 60 feet there in the sea hole.
So it's not necessarily a big hyzer off the tee. You kind of got to hit this gap between these trees, and looks a little bit turned over there. Well, flexes out and hopefully can skip.
Yeah, that really is the idea. Maybe he turned it over just a pinch much, but you have to do an S-turn to get it out there over the OB. You can see Mikey does not turn his over enough. Plays it safe, high and to the left. He's going to have probably 70 feet to the pin.
Devon looks like he's sizing up a flex forehand.
And an amazing sidearm shot that he has. And what a hard sidearm shot that he just threw. But makes it high, fading left to right, ends inside the circle. What an amazing shot.
Nice work by the cameraman getting out of the way of that one.
And I'm going to say almost a local, Josh Castle.
Young guy, tons of power, great player, sponsored by DGA, the presenting sponsor, and a nice shot on hole 1.
We got Kyle Eckmann playing one a little left to right fade, throws it perfect.
What a nice angle on that one. He really just played that one perfectly up the gap and with such a nice angle.
Absolutely.
Looks like he threw that one a little quick for the cameraman, wasn't quite able to catch that one, but should be up there to salvage a par.
Thomas Tomaselli throwing for a 3P, ended up in the road, ended up a little bit left.
Not the way you want to start things there, but definitely the way you want to start things for Devon with a nice birdie.
One of my good friends, Devon. What a nice guy. Starting off with Kyle with a birdie 2. And Thomas is going to tap in for his 4P. Not how he wanted to start the round, I know it, with the lead. Still, with the 1-stroke lead. Josh Castle with a birdie.
So after the first hole, these guys have made this race pretty tight, tying things up at 5 under, and only a 1-stroke lead for Thomas.
Yeah, hole 2, 220 feet. The tree there to the left is a mandatory right. OB is long, not really a chance for them to go long. The pin actually sits there on the pyramid. Devon opting with a sidearm side flick. Running at it. Oh, buzzes the tower, goes a little bit long. It's going to have a tough look at 2, but ooh.
What a run.
Josh Castle, so mechanical with a standstill. Could have been his breaker. that red breaker he's been throwing for a long time.
Puts it on the circle's edge, left side.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle nice and smooth, right up the gut, leaving it just a bit short.
Little kiss off the tree. Peremba just throwing something up there straight, buzzing the tower, leaves it a little bit long inside the circle, definitely in his wheelhouse. Looks like Thomas Tomaselli going with a putter. Again, running out a little bit long, but in his wheelhouse. Let's see how they clean up here.
Looks like Devon outside the circle.
Not a lot he could do.
Yeah.
What a tough lie.
And we should see some clean birdie looks for the rest of the card here.
Oh, Kyle, that circle's edge. Tester putt on hole 2 leaves it a little bit high. Mike Peremba too. You can see the wind is active. You can see the leaves blowing. Maybe that affected them. Josh Castle, so mechanical. Makes his birdie 2. And a second look, second cam.
Yeah, standstill straddle putt. This is like a robot. He makes that one no problem.
Yeah, I watch him and I think of Paul Macbeth, how their arms just come down and then back up. So mechanical. I look for Josh to be making a lot of putts today. Thomas Tomaselli cleaning up.
Good to get a birdie after the rough start on hole 1. Get himself back in it.
Mm-hmm.
And maintain his 1-stroke lead there. Devon cleaning up a par.
Yeah, I guess you take the par. That was a terrible lie for him. To get close enough to the pin to save it.
Par for Kyle.
Not happy.
No, every one of these guys wants to walk away with a 2 on a 220-foot hole. There's no doubt about it. Oh, some trickery, some trickery. He's able to collect those
Mike's
out.
got style. I've known Mike for years. I miss the guy up in Santa Rosa. He doesn't play a lot of these southern events. Good to see him here. Hole 3 is in our long position, 380 feet. There is a double mando off the tee. You see the wire left and beyond is out of bounds. Really, it's a 2-part hole. You want to make sure that you get through the double mando. You want at least halfway up the fairway for a shot at your par. Josh is going to go for it.
Yeah, plenty of distance. There's a hyzer flip directly in the center of the gap. Needs to miss some of these late trees.
Yeah, and you can see the little movement on it. It's probably his aftershock that time.
Well done.
Thomas clean off the tee, kisses a tree early, but has enough left to right flex.
He'll get up there near the circle's edge, just short.
Yeah, that was a great shot. And a hard right hand forehand. He makes it through the mando, but fades a little bit early.
It's going to be a tough putt for birdie for him.
Yeah, he landed close to the A-hole location. But you'll have to navigate through some trees. Kyle with a late flip, right up the middle. Hits a late tree, but will have probably an 80-footer, 70-footer to the pin.
Tough position here.
Mike Peremba with a little bit low. You could see it trying to flex. Probably thinking about the double mando. What a great upshot. Absolutely.
Nice recovery.
Under the pin. Should be able to walk away unscathed. Devon with a long jumper.
Oh,
Hits the guard of the tree. However, he's 20 foot away. Should be a cleanup. 3.
Oh, I thought that went in.
So clean. This form is so clean.
Thomas from about 40, 50.
With enough height, just hits the weak side. Spits left.
Wow, rare.
Josh Castle.
Rare air ball there.
Yeah, rushed it a little bit. 3rd hole in. Devon cleaning up his par. Kyle 2.
Par for Josh, par for Thomas, and Mike cleaning up his par.
Now, if you missed the Mando, you're routine for 3 from that tee, so good for them to all save their 3. This one is 355-foot par 3. Hole number 4 sits on the right side of that road. Road plays as a river. It's marked clearly. You want to be... a sidearm shot would be great. Around the first tree, hard skip off the road right is the ideal shot. Or a roller, if you can get a roller to break.
Wow, Josh lays down something really flippy, gets that on the ground right out of the hand.
And gets lucky enough to break before the OB line. Tomaselli looking for the hyzer, gets across the road early, but he's going to be behind a row of trees. It's going to be a tough 3 save. And I look for a good sidearm with Devon. Keep it low. Get around that first tree. He flexes it a little bit wide, and hopefully it nestles before the road. And it does. He should have a putt across the street. Overthrew it a little bit. Peremba looking for that straight line. If you can, that is a good righty shot. If you can get it to nestle and not break too far, and he's done that, put him circle's edge for a 2-look.
Kyle trying to bite off a similar line.
However, hits an early tree.
Found the early tree there. That's going to be hopefully up and down for par here.
Looks like he's going to his gator, just playing it wide right, looking for a fade. It puts him inside the circle for a 3 save. Yeah, Tomaselli is kind of caught between those redwoods.
Really nice flick, though, to find the gap. That was pretty
Excellent.
tight.
And Devon looking for a long 2-putt.
Just to the left.
Had the height. Castle, he wanted it, had the height. Looks like he stays in bounds. Flirts with the OB line.
Mike with a really nice tee shot.
But he wanted it dead in the heart. Great putter. Mike earns the 2. Ooh.
Squeaks in there on the left side for Kyle.
Finding it. Good save by Kyle. Josh also with his comeback. Tomaselli with his 3. Devon with his tap-in 3.
Again, moving right along. Hole number 5. What's it look like, Andy?
This one is 265 feet. There is OB to the left and beyond. Wire is the OB line, long and left. So idea is just get it out through the middle, miss those first eucalyptus, and you got to look at 2. Mike plays it a little bit high and to the right. Typical mistake. Hit the tree early.
Yeah, you got a lot of room to work on this fairway, so it can sort of bait you into throwing a nice wide hyzer or a nice high shot like that, but at only 265 feet, those branches will creep up on you real quick and knock you down short.
Yep, putter or mid-range. Looks like Tomaselli flexes one.
He's not happy with that.
Not at all. However, he's safe. Devon licking his chops, throwing something super overstable.
Catching one of the late trees, but I think he's flirting with the out of bounds. But
yeah, it looks like he's safe. He's outside circle's edge. Kyle flirting with the eucalyptus, hits early, and now that's a close one. Now the rule is the wire and beyond, and that looks like that is out, and I think the rest of the group agrees, and we'll mark that out of bounds.
but hopefully he'll be able to clean up a par from there. You've seen Josh just short on his birdie.
And Tomaselli a little bit high, hitting some early foliage.
Just outside the circle.
Ooh,
for
Devon, he wanted it. You could see it in the follow-through. Let's look at that again. From a second camera angle, you can see the look in his eyes and the follow-through. His hand was high, getting over the rim. Great shot, Devon.
Nice.
Good camera footage by in-flight. Way to catch that shot. And Kyle, unhappy with his par, knows that he's giving up strokes to the field. Tomaselli, Josh, also knowing it. So none of the guys happy taking threes on a 265-foot hole. But they're going to move on to hole number 6. Okay, hole number 6 is a 447-foot shot. That road we're looking at is OB. The rules are wire and beyond. Left is OB. You have to be on the right side of the fairway. That road plays as a river. And if you're OB, play at the last place you were fair. If you're not fair, it's a re-tee. Let's see what they choose to do here.
Really a dangerous shot. Playing over OB the whole time is the side flicker Devon.
Never had a chance. So that looks like that's going to stay out of bounds.
A re-tee for him, huh?
Probably. Mike Peremba throws it high to the right. The idea is just get around that tree there.
And I think the basket's just on the other side of that bush that he landed right in front of.
Mm-hmm. Josh with a left-right roller is inbounds, very safe. Going to end up to the right by the next tee. He's probably 80 feet out. It's going to be a long jumper for him.
Looks like a turnover for Tomaselli.
Oh.
Hard to track that one. Looks like he clipped the tree and just fell straight down.
Yeah, it looks like it fell and hit dirt. He could be in bounds. Kyle, high, early, oak tree.
Hard to see what happened to that one. Hopefully it came down out of that tree.
And Devon looks like he's opting to re-tee. Plays a little tighter. Oh! Hits the wire. Stays out of bounds. Hits the wire. Stays out of bounds. And it looks like...
you think they would move him up and let him take the inbound spot where you hit the wires. The wire is the line to beat, so... We'll see what the card decides on that one.
Yeah, it looks like Kyle did... did he come down? He might be OB. We'll have to see. There's his upshot, a little bit long. And they did. They marked Devon at that wire where he hit.
So he's shooting 4 from there. Excuse me, 5 from there.
Peremba with a run, laying it under the basket. Ooh, you can see it in Josh's eyes. He wants it. Oh!
Just short from Josh.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Kyle just up and over the rim.
Devon just wants to get out of here and salvage that triple bogey.
And he did.
Nice par from Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
And par from Josh.
Yeah, tapping in a little straddle under that bush. You can get tricky. He looked like he stayed clear. Mike did too.
And we'll have to see what the score is here for Kyle. I'm not sure if he was stuck in that tree or not. Nice putt.
And it looks like he was. Tapping in for the 2. Not happy with that at all. And hole number 7 also has 2 tee locations. We're teeing from the long. This is 375 feet, par 3. There is not a lot of OB. You see the fenced area there where the water pump is. That's OB. The baseball diamond cage to the left is not OB, just a bad place to be behind.
What's the traditional shot here?
The plays, you watch Mikey throwing it out left. He's probably going for a flex shot. You'll see a lot of times a roller. Josh has enough power to do either one. It looks like he's going for a big flex. And he gets it right enough to where he's not behind that cage, but you got to fight through those pines.
Yeah, it looked like a really good angle, just sort of eaten up by the late guardians.
Yeah. Tomaselli high and left, also with the flex shot.
He's probably got to beat the same trees that got Josh, and he's just going to Anheuser that one into the ground.
Yep. Kyle going with the same left to right flex line. I know they all got the power. What you want to do is get around that cage. It looks like he's far enough off the cage for a clean approach. We'll see. Devon with the low flex line, lands a little bit early, spits right. He'll have a tough approach. We'll see what he does here.
Yeah, low ceiling, looks to be about 150 feet out or so. And just a really tough shot. Not much you can do from there. He throws it into the ground. He's going to have a tough par from there.
Yeah, no ground play out here with the grass long. Mike throws one up, hits the early Deodora, and he's stuck about 25 feet.
A what?
It's a cedar Deodora is actually what that tree is.
You're,
it's a long story. I'll tell you later.
You're a tree expert now?
I was yes. Oh. And that's a cleanup. It looks like he was over the cage. Josh clearly disappointed with the release, and he knew it right out of his hands.
Devon trying to make a par happen from distance.
Came up a little bit low, but he'll tap in for his 4. Mike, 25 feet, dead in the heart, saving his 3. Give him the tree and attaboy.
What kind of tree is that? One more time.
Cedar Deodora.
Okay, I'll have to write that down.
Yep, and you see Castle mechanically throwing his in, clearly disappointed. Devon taking a 4. Couple tough holes for Devon. See if he can fight back. Tomaselli tapping in for his par, staying at 7 down with a 1-stroke lead over Castle and Mike Peremba.
He says, "Get that out of here. Let me get my par in peace."
So Kyle, 3 down, going into hole 8. This one's kind of tricky. This is really a poke and hope. We're going to play from a long tee position, 336. There's a couple different lines you can take at it. I think we'll see a few different lines. Sidearm, I'm assuming, from Mike Peremba, maybe even a roller or a backhand S-flight. It's kind of, you get through the first set of trees. Michael's going straight up the middle.
Looks like he stayed clean the majority of that flight.
Yeah,
got most of the way down there.
Yeah, gave himself a look. Castle is going to go with a roller out to the left. Looks like he hits a early tree. Lands close to the A pin. Still with an open look there on the left. Should be okay to get up and down. Thomas with a straight shot. Wanting it to go right. Stays left, but has an open look at the pin.
Kyle choosing a line similar to what Mike threw, but unable to stay as clean as Mike did. He's knocked down short.
Yep, went a little high. Devon stays low, right up the middle with a perfect side-on shot. Way to throw. Get sneaky.
Catches a little pine action late in the flight there to knock him down, I think just outside the circle.
Yep, and Castle with his steady, just up for 3. Kyle's going to do the same thing. Probably his gator.
Yep. Nice approach there. And this is about 60.
Yeah, 60 or more. Just trying to get it up and down.
Nice drive from Mike. Would love to capitalize on this one.
Left a little bit short, right line. Tomaselli, you know he wants it. First stroke on the card. High enough, strong side. Just kind of spits out. Kyle too. Tell you what, I was here TD in the tournament. This is the first time seeing the video. Surprising some of these guys missing, but this is round 2, long day. And Castle double checking, making sure it stays in, and it does. Kyle with his comeback for.
Looks like there was a little bit of wind out here. Sometimes the wind can play tricks, even on these short putts. They hang up in the chains, and you see Josh there double checking, making sure the wind didn't push his out. But they're all holed out, and on to the next one. Moving on to hole number 9, the last hole on the front 9 here, 200-foot par 3. What are we looking at, Andy?
That skinny palm you're looking at there on the left is a mandatory right of that skinny palm. On the beginning of the flight, you saw there's another palm tree on the right there, which is the hungriest tree on the course. So the idea is play it high and let one just
Stall
naturally
like
stall left like Mikey did. Great shot. Should be looking at it too.
Yeah, this hole sizes up nicely for a right-hand backhand. It's going to be interesting to see what Devon pulls out of the bag, as he's been side flicking it.
Right,
8 for 8 so far. Nice shot from Josh.
Yep, with a stall high shot.
A little wide here, but
The same idea, little too much pepper on it, hits that tree, he's right at circle's edge. From there, whoa, oh, Devon does have a backhand.
I thought we were going to see a side flick Anheuser, but
no, he's got it. Playing NPO, you got to have it all.
That's
He's
right.
just, he's comfortable with that sidearm.
nice shot.
Oh, and Kyle snuck by. So it looks like everybody making the mandatory with a look at a 2. Tomaselli furthest out, outside the circle, just a little low.
Stepper off the cage.
Man, he wanted it.
Yeah.
Devon. Just a little bit short. Kyle, routine putt, dead in the heart. Looking at a 3 down now. After coming off the 4 of the last hole, he got the 2. Mikey with the
nice
2
birdie.
connects. Castle, no doubt, connects.
So after, kind of a lackluster front 9, not much to be said for the leader staying even through 9, but a couple of the guys bringing it up to make it a 3-way tie. Mike and Josh, both at 7 under.
Yep, and Kyle and Devon at a 2 and a 3. Thank you for joining us at the end of the trail. That was the front 9. Join us for the second half of round 2. Thank you, In-Flight, for the great footage. See you soon.
Proper.